And a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here's the next episode and here's the next episode. Welcome to Everyday Life Topics with my friends. The next topic we're talking about is social networking, the good effects and the bad effects of social networking. So we all love social media websites, right? It's all the rage right now. The trending topics, what's popular. We all love being on Twitter, Facebook. We all love being on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Skype, FaceTime, Uvo. The good thing about social networking, you get to talk to your friends, family members, cousins, stuff like that, or people that you're too busy to see every day because you may go to work, school, and you may not have enough time to hang out with them or chat with them all the time. Sure, you can use cell phones, but the social media keeps you in a good contact. Let's say if you lost your cell phone number, but if you lost your cell phone number, good thing you have Facebook or Instagram, Skype, FaceTime, or Uvo. You could always video chat them, Facebook them, their numbers, talk to them, and get to know them, see how their day is. So at least in case you lose contact with them, lose their cell phone numbers, or lose their home address to go to, at least you have the social media websites to go talk to them, get their phone numbers, and go see them. So that way you won't lose contact. So I'm pretty glad we have the social media. It's pretty good. Give it up for all these people that created these social media websites like Uvo, FaceTime, Skype, Tango. Give it up for the person that created Twitter. I'm not really on that. I believe that was supposed to so I'll never be on Twitter, so you'll never find me on Twitter. Give it up for the person that created Instagram. You'll soon see me on Instagram next week, and on my Instagram page. And give it up for the person that created YouTube. That's a social networking show website, but that's not really social networking, so I'm not talking about YouTube. And give it up for Mike Zuckerberg in 2004 that created the best social networking website of all, Facebook. Thanks to Facebook, MySpace is completely dead. Nobody goes on MySpace. We finally killed off MySpace. MySpace was whack. I hated MySpace, but Facebook is better than MySpace. So Skype, Uvo, Instagram, Tango, Uvo, they're all better than MySpace. So give it up for those websites that all killed off MySpace. I'm so happy that MySpace is dead. Those are the good effects of social networking. And the good thing about social networking is, let's say you're looking for a job. Social networking, let's say you know a person as a friend, family member, cousin, or relative, anybody that you know from school, or anybody that's working, or that's working right now, or that's in a job at least longer than 6 months, or maybe a year or two. They could talk to their boss and see if they're hiring, and then they could give you the number of their office space of the place that they're working, and through Facebook, Instagram, Skype, Twitter, and all the social networking websites, and then they could set you up to an interview and say and then if the boss that's who referring you to, say my friend my friend what's her face told me that you guys was hiring, and she gave me her number to be set up an interview with you, and the boss would be glad to be interviewing with you, and based on the reference that your friend gave you that the job is hiring, you might actually get the job. And that's another way social networking will help you. Children can help you get a job. And let's say if a person goes missing, if there's a missing person report out there on Good Morning America, Good Morning America, Channel 11, Channel 5, Good Day New York, you can use social media websites like Instagram, Twitter, Uvo, Skype, Facebook to post up missing person report, and help find the person. That's how social networking works. It's about people social working from all over the world to help you out. It's about to help you and everybody else out. From the Bronx, from New York and the Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, Staten Island, and all over the world communicate on all these social networks. They're trying to make millions of dollars, and these social networking popular. And these social networking websites will never ever die. So far we killed off the worst one ever, MySpace. So I'm glad that's killed off. I know better if you're on this video right now, you're never gonna. You probably must forgot about that website, MySpace, but it's pretty old. So I'm blaming you forgot about it. But I don't think these online social networking websites will never die. I think 5-10 years from now they'll always keep on changing it to keep it current and more popular than it is now. But Facebook will always be around. I guarantee in the next 5-10 years. Skype will always be around. FaceTime will always be around. Uvu, Tango will be around, and Instagram will always be around. Twitter will always be around. So I don't think any of those social networking websites ever be off the online circuit. But they're all more popular than MySpace, which I really hate. But I don't know if you hate it, but I personally hate it. But and so that concludes the end of the and oh yeah, the bad point about social networking is website. We still got time. It's 5 minutes left in the show, and then we have an extra 5 minutes. The bad part about social networking is what's the bad part about social networking? Is give me a minute. Oh, the bad part of social networking is do not be careful with the photos you upload. Do not be careful with the photos you upload because you have some creepy perverts out there. Men, women, be careful with the sexually explicit or the photos or selfies you post up on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, because you might have some perverts, some freaks, up there looking you up and might be writing you, might be getting to know you. And please, I cannot stress this enough. Please do not leave personal information on the social network site unless you want to be hunted down by a stalker or something and end up a missing person report and put your life in danger. Do not put too much personal information about yourself on these websites. Just put your name, personal, like your name, like your phone number, address. Do not put them on. Well, unless it's a friend or family member, then you could just put your phone and cell phone number. Unless it's a friend or family member, and then you could put your phone number through Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. But unless it's a stranger just add you, do not do it. But do not add any personal information to say, your name. Just put your name, stuff about yourself, things you like to do in your free time, and that's pretty much it. And don't put no personal information unless you want to be stalked by strangers. So this ends the episode of social networking, online websites. This ends this episode of social networking, cause and effects, the good causes and the bad causes of social networking. Bye, and that's all we have for today. I'm out of time, and please send me your feedback on YouTube, on my Facebook page, like my Facebook page, Omar Francis, and type in on the YouTube subject line everyday topics with Omar Francis. Subscribe to my online talk show channel. Subscribe to online talk show channel. Give me your feedback. Tell me if you like it. Tell me how much you love the show so far. Give me your feedback, your likes, comments, stuff like that. Follow me, subscribe to my channel, and also tell me the subject line things like you want to talk about, because I can say all day and talk about what I want to talk about, but I'm really more interested in stuff that you want to talk about for next week's show to make the show a little bit more interesting. And still tuned for the next couple weeks where we're going to interview some people that I know from the Edom Community Center in the Bronx and Laconia. We're going to interview people for the show. Yeah, we're going to start our first round of interviews starting next week. I'm so excited. But stay tuned for the next episode where we talk about, let's see, what interesting topic we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about a topic that Denise gave me yesterday. She also helps out as the executive producer and comes out with the topics. well, the next week we're going to cover a 3-part episode on cheaters. Number 1 is how and why people cheat. Part 1, and part 2 is how cheaters, and part 2 is who cheats more, men or women. We gotta debate that fact next week. That's a topic debate for next week. How and why people cheat. That's part 1 of cheaters. Part 2 covers who cheats more, men or women in relationships, and part 3 covers who do you know. Part 3 covers how do you know when your partner is cheating on you. So that's all 3 parts for next week. Bye. Bye everybody at YouTube, and thank you for my loyal fans. Keep subscribing to my YouTube channel, and when you find more episodes of this talk show. Bye. And have a good day.